Welcome to Red Chair Podcast. Why am I not in frame? I'm not even there? What's going on here, fellas? Welcome. It is, I don't know what day it is because I haven't been needing to check what day it is. No, it's Monday, right? Is it Monday or Tuesday? I'm back from hip surgery, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're live. Just wanted to touch base again and let you know how everything's going, how my recovery is going. I see. There we go. There I am. Hey, everyone. It's your positive Uber driver, always with a smile on his face. Oh, boy. It's your sus Uber driver. You should always be sus of your Uber driver. Welcome to Red Chair Podcast. I am Mario Mateo. I am going to live stream for the next, hour, 2 hours. I know most of my followers follow my Uber vlogs, which I detail quite specifically every ride I do, before and after. I start in the morning. Sometimes I end at night. I give tips, tricks, strategies sometimes. Other times, I just shoot the shit and rant in my car. And, well, some of you like it. So I continue to do it. My YouTube channel was finally monetized this year. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as my YouTube channel was monetized, over 1,000 followers, that's when my entire life decided to collapse. Or at least go downhill. But this hip surgery was something that I had always had planned. It happened June 5th. Check out the vlog. There's a vlog. I was on oxycodone during that vlog, so I'm not responsible for anything I said. I was a little out of it. And then the vlog with Meatball a couple days later, I was still in pain. I'm still in pain. Really. It hasn't subsided. I mean, it's subsided, but it's not gone. Like, whatever. So there's technically two post-surgery vlogs already that have nothing to do with Uber. But those usually don't do well. You know, that's not my niche, as they say in the YouTube business. So people really don't gravitate towards that content for me. But I'm going to continue to plow through because I don't want to be a gig tuber for the rest of my life. I don't want to drive Uber for the rest of my life. Started as a DoorDasher. Started really updating this vlog after, I've had several full-time jobs I've had careers. I had a career in media, career at the Miami Herald, El Nuevo Herald, where I was a photo editor, transitioned into video editor, social media content, manager and all that shit. I managed accounts for El Nuevo Herald. I edited thousands of videos throughout the years for them. Left in 2017. Went freelance for a year and a half or something, and then got an opportunity to work in finance. Worked in finance, small startup. And then the pandemic hit, and my life turned upside down. And I'm what you see before you. A guy who has to deliver food for a living, a guy who has to Uber for a living. And along the way, if you look at my vlogs, a lot of shit has happened. A car wrecked that I owned. I did the Tesla program several times. For the majority of the time I drove Uber, I did it with the Hertz Tesla rental. And it can't say it was bad. I did pretty well. I'm proud of the work I did, or I do, on my blog channel. There we go. I'm just trying to get that corner right. I think for having zero resources and having basically everything, all the resources I had a computer crap out on me. I had a laptop almost crapping out on me. My aunt helped me set up this MacBook Air that I'm streaming on right now. I have very limited resources for lighting, camera. The camera that is filming here, the red chair backdrop here. It's my family portrait when we moved to Miami. That's me. I was 14 years old. That's my family. That camera that's filming this is a 1080p Canon Vixia from like 2009. Definitely dated, not crisp. The camera that is filming me is just an Anchor webcam. These microphones are nice, but they're not connected to a good soundboard because I can't afford that. But hopefully this podcast reaches you well and it sounds good. Let's see. What's to talk about? So the surgery was June 5th. It was a Wednesday. It was successful. Everything went well, apparently. I mean, they haven't even checked on me yet. It's now June 17th, and I have not talked to any doctor or did any follow-up. I was supposed to do a follow-up on the 20th. That's 3 days from now, which would have been, like a 2-week mark, 2.5 week, which is fine, okay. But then I get a call in the middle of the first week of recovery, and it's from the hospital, and they say that we have to postpone that for July 5th. Meanwhile, I'm not driving clearly. Obviously, I'm into the second week of not driving. Therefore, not making an income. Boy, I hope the sound is good. It would suck if none of this was being recorded well. So let me check on the YouTube channel. I wish I had somebody helping me here to do this, to verify if my channel's live. Let's see. Yep, it says I'm live. Is it on? Yep. I wish I had somebody helping me here to do this. Hey, I agree with you, buddy. Okay, so we're on. I haven't checked. I'm not checking the group chat, the live chat. We'll do that at the end. I'm not used to doing this, as you can tell. Not only do I not have the proper equipment to do this on a professional level, I'm kind of playing it by ear in terms of format and preparing. I don't have anything in front of me. This is all just talking to you as a friend off the top of my head as a vlogger with a channel which has a significant following. I mean, I think I'm approaching 1,300. So I've blown past 1,000 followers by 300. And at the rate that I'm growing, if I can vlog continuously and improve on my YouTube short clipping strategies, I'd say by the end of this year, it's not within, it's not unreasonable to think that I can't be at 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Of course, everything's up in the air. I do not have a car right now. I am on the insurance on my Aunt Rose's car, which I appreciate so much. The last week of my Uber, I was only one vlog I did with her Honda CRV. Back to listening to regular terrestrial radio and Delilah I have a vlog about that. Check that out. My aunt Rosa, my cousin, her daughter, my cousin Carrie Mae is in town with her husband and her kids, so she's using that car in the time being. Not that it matters because I can't use it now, anyways. I'm definitely not ready. 2 weeks, I'm almost 2 weeks out of post surgery, and I don't think. I mean, if it was an emergency, I could drive myself somewhere right now. You know, it's not impossible for me to drive, but the hustle and bustle of working an Uber rideshare shift in the kind of uncomfort and the pain that I'm in, and the risk of maybe bending this hip someplace it doesn't need to be bent right now. It's just a risk. So I'm not planning to drive this week. Maybe that will change at the end of this week because I am getting exponentially better. I mean, last week, I couldn't imagine doing this right now. Getting up and down without the help of a cane or a walker. So who knows? Maybe next week I'll try to get behind the wheel. My mother has put me today. She just put me on the insurance to the Ford Escape that my mother and father both drive. They're going on a vacation for about 10 days. So there is a window of opportunity for me to get behind the wheel. And if that does happen, I will try to at least make one vlog out of it. Kind of like a getting back on the horse type vlog. My vlogs are usually long, they're drawn out, and I try not to talk about rideshare so much because I just think there's such a limitation of the audience you can build. And besides, like I don't purport myself to be any kind of expert or authority in how to do this, whether it was food delivery or I just kind of document my experience. I don't say, oh, this is how you make $200 a day every day doing Uber. You know, like I just kind of keep it real and say, hey, look, this is a shifting, shaping world. And here's what I'm doing. And I'm trying. I focus on documenting the experience throughout the day that I go through, the frustrations. Some of you like it when I get frustrated, and to be quite honest, sometimes I ham that up. Sometimes, you know, if a guy cuts me off in the middle of me saying something, I might, you know, blurt out a 4-letter word, and sometimes that's funny. If I see an attractive woman on the road, Sorry for that pause there. I was trying to look for the sussometer. I display the sussometer, which you can get as a t-shirt on my Spreadshirt account. The sussometer. Jeez, it's so frustrating that I have to hold this fucking microphone with one hand. I don't have to, but as I've stated in other live streams, this stand-up comedy mic holder that I've had since I started stand-up comedy is broken, and it goes down and up. So I have to hold it. I have to hold this when I'm behind this desk. At least I have to hold it between my. I have to hold it to my face, and I have to make sure it doesn't fall down. I'd like to get one of those Elgato. I think it's that. That's the company that makes it. Elgato low-profile mic arms. That way I can attach this thing and have it like permanently fixed right here. It'd be so easy. I could dedicate both of my hands to managing the OBS software, which I'm streaming. I could do some things with one hand, like, you know, cut the angles. Yeah, let's cut to this angle. There we go. Let me put my TikTok. Where's the text? Damn it. I forgot where I was. I see that I get so I'm not a professional streamer, guys. I'm learning as I go along, and I'm trying to see if I can take it from this text. Okay, let's copy. Everything in computer software boils down to copy and paste, don't you think? That cut, copy, and paste is something that is standard on most operating systems. There's the text. I just copy and pasted this. I'm promoting my TikTok account as opposed to my stupid Instagram account where I was linking to a Etsy shop. Part of my, I guess, future plans was to start doing my artwork again and selling it on Etsy. But the more I see what's going on with social media these days, TikTok is just crushing the competition out there, guys. Anything that it's almost up there with YouTube, I'd say, right now. Not saying it is. YouTube is a behemoth, but there was a reason why YouTube created Shorts as a response to needing a platform similar to TikTok. I think where TikTok is kind of killing it right now is in the algorithm that they have. For some reason, it aggregates the things that you need to know for the day more so than Instagram or YouTube does even on their Shorts feed. YouTube is getting there. YouTube, the Shorts, I wonder if they're ever going to change the 1 minute cutoff time for it, or at least make it so that if you watch an engaging minute or shorter YouTube video, you can click somewhere and watch the longer form content. I know you could do that, but they need to incorporate it in a more smooth way. Because sometimes I find myself scrolling through TikTok and I'll find a video that engages me and that I'm super interested or curious about, whether it be something educational like a guy going fishing for sharks or something, and it's something, and you could tell that something incredible is about to happen, and it might be a 3 to 5 minute video. I might watch a 5 minute video on TikTok, which is crazy to think because it's a vertical format. It's the other thing they do, that if you want to watch it horizontal, you could switch the phone around and TikTok will display in a landscape format just fine. So it's just more versatile. And now TikTok, now that I have a lot of time on my hands recovering from this hip surgery, I've been delving into the TikTok shop aspect of TikTok. I've set up my own shop. I don't have anything to sell. I just wanted to set it up because there's two forms. So I'm learning. There's people that have an inventory of something they're selling and they are distributing it through this TikTok shop, which is a smart idea. And then there's an affiliate program, much like how I used to do with the Amazon affiliate on my Spanish channel, where you sign up to be an affiliate for Amazon, they give you a link, and if somebody buys a product with your Amazon link, you get a kickback. And since all the eyeballs in the world are on TikTok right now, and a lot of the products they're selling tend to trend, I'm noticing there's a lot of people claiming and showing receipts, screen grabs, that they're making thousands and thousands of dollars a week, a month, not even selling their own products, just creating videos that are engaging for other people's products. So there's kind of like, so I don't know much about e-commerce, but there's kind of like a little revolution going on with TikTok and e-commerce. You start there are third-party websites that follow the trends of a lot of these products that are trending on TikTok. And a lot of what I'm seeing is, and I don't qualify to be an affiliate for TikTok Shop because I don't have 1,000 followers yet. Hence why I'm asking everybody to follow Tio Mayo on TikTok. Tio Mayo. What is Tio Mayo? Well, Tio is uncle in Spanish, and Mayo is short for Mario. If you're a little boy calling, like my nephews used to call me Mayo instead of Mario. When you're a little kid, you can't pronounce the R-I-O sound. So my name, lovingly has always been Mayo, like the month of May, Mayo. Mayo. But mayo obviously translates to mayonnaise. So I am Uncle Mayonnaise. Tio Mayo. My nephews always called me Tio Mayo growing up. And I guess when I signed up for TikTok and I wanted to create a username that just wasn't my name or my first and last name or my last name or whatever, I put Tio Mayo and it was available. I guess there's not too many Uncle Mayonnaises out there in Spanish land. So anyways, I only have like 430 followers. And I don't even know how I got that many on TikTok. But boy, if I can get these 1,300 who are following me here on YouTube to, if they already have a TikTok account, follow me on TikTok. If you don't have a TikTok account, I get it. You're scared that it's Chinese spyware and the freaking Chinese government is going to know everything about you and steal your information and send you and obliterate you into the matrix or whatever the hell you think is going to happen. Trust me, I had those same fears. I listened to as many conspiracy theory podcasts and talk shows as anybody else. I am not I'm not saying that isn't a possibility, but ultimately whatever China is doing to you through TikTok, Mark Zuckerberg has probably done worse, and that Sergey guy or whoever owns Google, trust me, they've got you. They've already got you. You're worried China's going to do something that's already been done to you by these other companies. Like, you're already in their matrix. They're keeping you down. I'm seeing a lot of people on TikTok that are not getting followings on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all these other, Twitter even, who are blowing up on TikTok. I'm seeing that regularly. And this new TikTok Shop affiliate thing, I'm seeing accounts that don't have many followers who seem to be doing well with this TikTok Shop thing. And I know it's kind of cheesy because some of the products are cheesy. They're selling you junk like those freaking wannabe Adidas Yeezys. Those things are trending. I wonder how many of those things are. Let's see. Let's go to TikTok. Everybody's making the same type of videos about those. These are like these fake Yeezys. You get them for like, from what I've heard, you can get them for like $7 to $12 on the TikTok Shop, and people are buying them because I guess, I don't know, that's another topic, sneaker culture, but people are just buying stupid shit on this TikTok Shop just to see what the hubbub is about, and people are making affiliate money out of it. Let's see, For You page. I'm gonna try to bring up my TikTok here on my Safari tab. Window capture. Safari. There we go. All right. Let's take a trip down Tio Mayo's TikTok. Okay. I kind of would like the dark theme. And maybe this text can go up here. Sorry, guys. I'm doing this all kind of like playing everything here by ear. I wish I had help, but I don't. Uh, so, anyways, isn't there a dark mode for TikTok? Come on, bro. What is this? I guess this is like the first time I. Okay, dark mode. Yeah, dark mode, bro. That's better. Isn't that better? It's better for the podcast. Why? What is this? Oh, this is the brick background. See, I'm not used to OBS. I don't know why. I wish I knew I was better at knowing how to select things better on my. Let's see. Let's make me a little smaller. Fuck it. Why? You know how I'm annoyed with? I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm annoyed when I listen to a podcast and I don't see a close up of the person's face. So you know what? Let's not make me smaller. Let's make me bigger. We know the Interstate 40 sign is there. All right. All right. Let's do. Okay, let's scroll some of these For You page. Is the audio on? Okay, the audio's off, so that's good. Last week, can you believe that the last live stream I had last week, they flagged that. By the way, I think I don't give a shit about copyright violations on the live streams. These live streams make up for nothing of my YouTube AdSense. So it's like, why do I even care if they get copyright struck? Like, fuck it. Let's just play music. Let's play. I got, out of all the shit I talked and all the movies and podcasts that I showed on that last live stream, Musa Next Monday, number 7, I got flagged for playing the trailer of that movie that I loved, The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti. I played the trailer, and for some reason the music was playing, and it copyright struck that trailer, which is stupid because it's like, wouldn't they want me to play the trailer? Like, isn't an extra 300 eyeballs on that trailer and me saying how great that movie is, wouldn't that be good for the movie? Anyways. All right. So we're scrolling through TikTok. What is this? Okay, you know what? I've actually been here. This is the Heart Attack Grill. I was also pondering that on the vlog that I'm shooting today. I'm shooting a vlog today to update my my rehab from the surgery, and I made the observation that I started this YouTube channel and it started gaining popularity at a time in my life where I'm kind of at the bottom. Like, I've had so much more interesting things happen throughout my life. I've traveled, I had experiences, I've dated interesting people, I've gone on relationships, gone on travel trips, I like I said, I did this Vegas experience here. I didn't get slapped in the ass like this, but I've been to the Heart Attack Grill. And now it's like, there's people creating content based on shit that I did 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I just like, why didn't the timelines of when YouTube was a thing and when the economy, the creator economy, why didn't those two things overlap for me? It's like I missed the boat. There was a time where I could have focused on doing this, probably when I made that first YouTube video of me in Spanish. Let's show it. Entre mis amigos. I wanted to make a Spanish tech YouTube channel. And I filmed a video. Let's see, it was like 9 years ago. Here it is. There I am. That's the old Herald studio. You want to see shots of me working at the Herald? Look at that man. Look at that young man. So yeah, I was delving into. That's my old house. I had a brick background in that house as well. I was delving into this whole kind of YouTuber thing back then. Let's see why is this so big? Mini player? No. default view. Let's see. This was 8 years ago. Let's see. August 1st, 2015. I bought these on mass drop, and I said, you know what? Let's see if I can make a review video on these Audio-Technica headphones. But I thought, you know what? Back then, there wasn't a lot of channels in Spanish. So I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I trying to do? I'm not going to be, by this point, MKBHD was already MKBHD. He only had like 1 million followers. I don't know if he had 1 million followers in 2015. I have to check. But I was getting into MKBHD and Unbox Therapy and a lot of people that were doing tech reviews on YouTube. And I thought, you know what? I know how to edit video. I can do this. And yeah, I filmed. Look at me here. Look at me with my old iPad. I filmed this video and I did the audio nicely. Check it out. I was watching Silicon Valley by HBO when I had the HBO Go. HBO Go, this is a good segue. HBO Go for mobile devices back then, it's like 10 times better than whatever streaming thing they have now. Now you have to go through Amazon Prime. Now it's called Max or HBO Max or something. Look at that. Young whippersnapper traveling, doing a little YouTube review on his headphones. Look how easy it is to unplug your cables and take a little nap on the plane. This is all in Spanish. So anyways, let's stop this. But, you know, I edited a nice little video, technical review video. It's actually got a lot of views. It's got over 20,000 views, but for a long time, that was the only video on that channel. So I did have a chance to do that. And I didn't follow through. Like many things in my life, I'm starting to realize I didn't follow through. It's probably why I'm in the situation that I'm in right now. But here we go. I sidetracked myself, and now I don't know what I was talking about, where I was going. But anyways, yeah, how my life was just like when my life was interesting, I didn't have a monetized YouTube channel. And the whole reason I started the YouTube channel was to just practice my video editing skills so that I could find another job, editing video. Which, by the way, this week I also applied for like dozens of jobs on LinkedIn for video editing. Remote jobs here locally in Miami. I've gotten a few responses, but nothing concrete. A lot of rejection, or we're not moving through with your application. Because I'm not opposed to like finding a way to maybe do Uber on the side, getting a used car to do it on the side, and also just to supplement an income of a job that I can do from home. Let's see. I'm not seeing a lot of TikTok shop videos. I wonder if the algorithm is different on TikTok when you're on mobile than when you're on desktop, because I never get Charlie D'Amelio videos suggested to me when I'm on my phone. I get this dude a lot. They want me to gamble. I'm trying to get my friend Mike on TikTok because I always send him Instagram Reel videos, but I'm like, it's just, you don't get it. There's just so much more information on TikTok that I wish I could send you. And part of it, this is like a gambling, professional gambler guy who gives tips on how to beat certain games in casinos. There's a lot of roulette strategy. Let's see if I can find him. Fuck this For You thing. Let's see. Roulette And me and my friend Mike, we were always fascinated by roulette strategies. I know I'm spelling it wrong. Strategy. I got one freaking hand, and I know it's going to autocorrect. There's dudes that have these little simulators. God damn it. Come on, bro. Autocorrect that fucking name for me. Rollout? No, bro. Roulette. I think that's how you spell it. Okay, yeah, this dude.
This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you today's amazing strategy
Okay,
sent
can
in
you
by
guys
one
hear
of my
that?
subscribers, Jeffrey Eisenberg. He has been testing this over and over again, and he said it has the best results of any system that he has used, and that it's fantastic. And before I go into
Put the Safari.
I want to share with you that not only does this make consistent revenue, but it has a jackpot number as well, which makes this system a lot of fun to use.
All right, let's mute this guy. But there's dozens of videos like this guy. And they use these simulators, basically like little video games, where they tell you, okay, bet on this row because it has more reds than blacks on it, and then bet on black this amount, and then basically you're just spreading a bet around the roulette table, covering a lot of. Here's another one. This guy says he was kicked out of the casino for this strategy. I'm like, really? I want to get kicked out of the fucking Guitar Hotel for placing some chips on a roulette table illegally. Like, so from what I've gathered, the thing is, I think it's what the top row has the most red on it. So if you place a chip for the top row, you're probably going to get one of these reds. And then I forgot. And then you bet on black. And then you also bet on specific. I forgot how it was. But anyways, that's the whole point, is that I wanted to send my buddy all these like little roulette strategy videos. But I can't because he's not on TikTok. And even my sister, I send my sister a lot of reels from like Disney stuff, Disney influencer stuff, because I was a park, whatchamacallit, season pass holder, and we used to go. I mean, I have a lot of Disney vlogs you could check out. I'd like to revisit, maybe even use ChatGPT to do the descriptions over on some of the vlogs I did during Disney in 2020 during the pandemic. We were all wearing masks, and it was just would be a kind of a throwback to see what those vlogs look like now. All right. Forgot where I was going. So yeah, but sometimes there's like Disney information on TikTok that I don't see, or you don't see as often, or it's hard to explain. It's like Instagram Reels and even Snapchat, because I am also on Snapchat. When you're in their quote unquote For You page, I feel like the information isn't it's hard to explain. It isn't as in your face. This girl's going viral right now for this Hawk Tua thing.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tua.
Hawk Tua! They're using that girl. This is the new chick. This is the new, the Hawk Tua girl is the new Chick-fil-A sauce girl. You heard it here. But you see, like, trends like that are funny, like, yeah, I'm sure I can find the Hawk Tua girl on Instagram Reels. I'm sure she's there. And probably because an Instagram account that's smart, who's trying to generate a following, is probably cross-pollinating a lot of this information between both networks, because there's a lack. There's a lack, bro. TikTok, It's funny. Ironically, TikTok is cleaning the clock of Instagram and YouTube Shorts and Twitter and Snapchat and everything. It's just, it's so immediate, and the information and the content creators, they're doing better on TikTok. That's what I was going to say. It's like, I don't know who this guy is, but I guarantee you this looks like he's a Cuban American or a Venezuelan comedian. I guarantee you this guy's got 302 followers on TikTok. I guarantee you that this guy, wow, that's interesting. It didn't go back to his video. That sucks. I guarantee you if I looked up that guy's Instagram, he has less followers. It's like Facebook doesn't want more content creators. Like, they don't want you to succeed on their platform. And TikTok was like, hey, you know what? This is going through this e-commerce thing. Let's make all of these Joe Blow average content creators filming videos in their fucking living rooms, or, you know, even kids, man, filming in their parents' houses. They're generating millions of followers doing content, getting invited to movie premieres. People are blowing up on TikTok. Whereas I feel like in the Instagram world, you had to be like a certain type of creator, like a hot chick. By the way, you surf Instagram right now. It's basically Instagram. You got Facebook and Meta have blood on their hands on corrupting the youth of this country, and they're basically the pimps of girls and their OnlyFans pages, or it's basically a big classified ad for OnlyFans girls on Instagram. And although, sure, I guess that was a part of TikTok at the beginning. When I first got into TikTok, they used to show me all these videos of these girls with these big busts dancing and stuff, and you could tell they were like being sexy but with clothes on, and they were promoting. But little by little, I started seeing less of that, and to the point where now, like, we're scrolling my For You page. There's the Hawk Tua girl. I don't see. Look, now I mention it. Now there is a porn TikTok site, but it's less pronounced. You go to your For You page, it's not fucking 90% chicks shaking their ass in yoga pants, or I don't know, doing these little like enticing you to basically check their profile, to check their external links, because you're looking for their OnlyFans, dude. You're like, I want to see that girl naked. That's the only reason they're showing you those girls. And those girls, those network of girls or prostitution rings or whatever the fuck they are, whether they be managed by men who are managing those women on those platforms, but they're using you, man. Instagram, you're being used. Facebook, you're being used. You're a fucking internet pimp. And it's not a good look. I started seeing less sexualized content on TikTok. I would say, I'll be honest, I think none of my nephews are on social media. But right now, as a parent, if I had a 13, 14-year-old boy about to get into high school, I think I'd much rather let him have a TikTok account right now than an Instagram account. I bet you he'll see more horrendous shit on Instagram than he will here. What if I had a son that was interested in golf, man? Look at this. This guy's doing legit golf strategies here, bro. I see interesting videos. I see educational videos on TikTok. I hate to be like a fanboy for TikTok right now, and I'm not seeing the TikTok shop thing. So maybe it is mobile. Anyways, you know how I'd have to do this? I'd have to plug in my phone. I'd have to plug in my phone through an aux cable and show you a screen grab of my phone to see what I mean by that. Anyways, let's change the angles here. We're getting a little boring. Screw TikTok. Here we go. So anyways, follow me on TikTok because I want to delve into that thing. I wonder if I could I already have the TikTok shop set up and everything. I don't have any products, obviously, but I wonder if I could, I was asking my dad to see if maybe he can give me like a Marlins jersey or a bobblehead, a Marlins bobblehead, because he's selling these D-Train bobbleheads that they gave out last week, and they're selling pretty well on eBay. He's an eBay reseller. He goes to Goodwill. So he sells a lot of sports clothes, stuff like that. But I want to put something up there to see what the process is like. Like maybe I'll sell one of my dad's bobbleheads just to see how this works. And I downloaded today for the first time that Opus Clips software. That's AI software that I know it's been a long time coming, but I haven't been able to look into it to edit my long form content and create specific short clips based on my YouTube vlogs. And the reason I'm doing that on Opus Clips is because A, I heard it's the best software for that, and B, I don't really post a lot of my Uber vlog content on TikTok, which is probably why I don't amass a following there. If you look at my TikTok, it's it's pretty much me doing trends and voice. I like the voice syncing stuff. Like the one I did the other day was the Gary Oldman from The Professional. Let's see if I can play it for you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Hold on. Let me put the volume up.
I told you. Benny,
This is me.
bring me everyone.
Everyone. So I'm playing around with it. These are the first two Opus clips that I've done from my meatball video.
Oh my god. This chaos. Oh my god.
Here's my dad. It does the auto captioning.
You guys want to see meatball? You saw meatball. All right. It's the next
That's when they picked
day.
up meatball. Well, whatever. You know what I mean. I'm kind of starting to transition it. 426 followers is what I got. I'm trying to maybe starting to see what all I do is a lot of these trends, like the little games and the like, what McDonald's burger are you? And, basically the stupid little, the little filters that are little games. They're funny. They're fun. They're fun to do. They're fun to do. For a while, I was obsessed with these, how to draw the line without them intersecting. I'm actually pretty good at this. I wonder if it's because I'm an artist or I'm a graphic designer. I think better in terms of drawing and lines and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, just add me on TikTok so I can start experimenting with the TikTok shop and all that stuff, because it is the future, and that company's doing something right. All right, let's get off TikTok. I feel like I've been talking about TikTok forever. But there it is. Safari. All right. What are we doing? Let's see. What do we talk about? Hip pain. Still have the pain it's funny, I was thinking today, it's like I literally have a pain in my ass. It's what I could describe it as right now. It's the cut, the incision mark they made is like on the back side of my left buttock, and it's bruised. I've been putting ice on it. That seems to have helped it a lot. I put ice on it every 20 minutes, like for 20 minutes at a time. And I'm walking okay. It's just I can't bend over all the way. I can't put a sock on that foot by myself. It's not fun. It's not fun. This recuperation's not fun. And the oxycodone is not fun to take. I thought one of the in the back of my head I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take some time off driving. Cool, I'm going to relax. They're going to give me some pain meds. I'm going to be like blasted out of my mind. But the reality is that it's not fun. Oxycodone is not fun. Kids, you heard it here. Do not do drugs. Right. What other preview? What other segments do I have here? Just checking out my OBS. It's the same as last time. This is what I want to do. I had this set up for if I want to review short content. One of my most viewed shorts is me when the Cat Williams podcast came out with Shannon Sharp, just analyzing some of the things he said. So, there's a lot of things I could do. Should I just go back to this main thing? Yeah. Anyways, so the recuperation's going all right. I just the oxycodone. I'm only taking I haven't taken an oxycodone in about 2 days, probably 24 to 48 hours. And what I've been doing for the past 5 days is only taking half of one. So it's basically enough to just make it tolerable for when I go to bed. But I've been watching a lot of Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, which I normally don't have the time to do. And well, let's talk about that. Let me take a little. Should I put on the floating head shirt? Maybe it's that time. Is it floating head time? Kind of disappointed in Netflix lately. It's not. I have so many thoughts about streaming services. The problem I see with streaming is, first of all, whatever you want to see a movie that you know exists in the world somewhere. Like the other day, I was like, I want to see, I'm on a Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey's done a few podcasts right now because he was basically, which is interesting that like almost a year ago, I was defending Kevin Spacey, and I thought that was like. And when I was Uber driving, several times I mentioned Kevin Spacey, and I show his clips and stuff of some of my favorite movies he's been in, and I've always defended him, and I don't know why. He's one of my favorite actors, right? And when those allegations came out, and he got canceled and all this shit, well, it turns out all of the court, he's been pretty much. This is the problem with live vlogging is thinking of the word that he's been what is it when you're free of guilt? Whatever. He's not been charged with anything, and he's been admonished. I don't know. From all these allegations, and I kind of, in the back of my head, I knew it all along. Like, you know what, bro? People are trying to bring this guy down because he's so awesome. Anyways, I wanted to see L.A. Confidential or something, or any old Kevin Spacey movie. So, you go on your smart TV. The way that everybody has their media now, if you don't have cable, is you have a smart TV, right? And you probably have all the major streaming services. So it's Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc., etc. Paramount Plus is probably Peacock, whatever. And then there are the freebie ones. There's one called Tubi, right? I was watching Cosmos. I remember enjoying that 10 years ago, watching the updated Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson. And it's streaming on Tubi. So I put Tubi on and I started watching Cosmos again. So everybody's got these weird little apps, for lack of a better term. And if you're in the mood to watch a movie, it's no longer like, oh yeah, I have that DVD. I have LA Confidential on Blu-ray or on DVD. Just pull it in, put it on your DVD player, and you're watching LA Confidential, along with a lot of special features too. You could watch commentaries, you could watch behind the scenes. Some of those DVDs were damn brilliant. Why am I clipping on my left side? Sometimes. Testing, 1, 2. All right. Some of those DVDs were brilliant. They had whole documentaries, interviews with the cast, interviews with the director, the producers. Anything you could have wanted to know about the movie LA Confidential is just, it's on your shelf. It's literally an arm's length away. Opening of a fucking CD packet, putting a CD on a tray, and pressing play. And you're watching LA Confidential and all of its special feature glory. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. And it's so fucking weird because there was nothing wrong with that system. Part of me wants to go back to collecting Blu-rays and DVDs, man. For the classics, man. Like, let's suppose I want to see 7. I'm sure the 7 DVD special edition was awesome. Remember they used to have the Criterion collection? Where it's like they hand-selected all these classic movies. Why am I'm getting like a... Are these headphones messed up? Maybe, I don't know. Why am I even wearing the headphones if... Not even listening through them. Whatever. Anyways, they just look cool. So it's like, I almost, kind of one of my personal goals for the future, I think, is to build up, I think more people are going to do this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe more people my age. Maybe it's a generational thing, man. I'm 46 years old. I was born in 1978. When DVDs came out, it was a big fucking deal for me, man. I was in my 20s. I was first experiencing and learning about film and how awesome it can be and why some movies are better than others. And I feel now with streaming, it's like, yeah, you can watch some of those classics. I eventually did find a streaming service that had LA Confidential. But like fast forwarding and everything and buffering was a pain. And I was streaming free on one of them. It wasn't Tubi. It was one I didn't even know the freaking name to. Look it up right now. It's LA Confidential streaming. It's streaming on one of them. And it's like free with ads. So it's like, so I'm now watching a movie that was filmed in 1990, what was it, 98, 97? A classic movie that was nominated for dozens, like 11 Oscars. It won for Kim Basinger, and it won for Best Writing from a previous adapted screenplay or something like that. I mean, it's a classic gangster movie. Also, it's just beautiful. The costumes of the 1950s in Los Angeles, the old glamour of Hollywood Boulevard, the Frolic Room, the Man's Chinese Theater, just everything about it was it's so well done, right? Not to mention that the story's captivating, and it's about the seedy underbelly of the police department in Los Angeles. L.A. Confidential. Can't recommend the movie more, right? It's almost like audiences are too dumb for that type of movie right now. It's like, make L.A. Confidential right now. If somebody made something as good as L.A. Confidential right now, it's like we don't even have to have an Oscar ceremony. It's like, just let it win all the Oscars, because they're not making anything to that level. I was thinking, a bad movie from the 90s, filmed on film, a bad movie from the 90s, a movie that maybe wasn't a box office success, didn't have a lot of fan base for it, wasn't a big hit, wasn't critically acclaimed, any random crappy movie from the 90s is a goddamn masterpiece today. And if you stumbled upon something similar to it on a streaming network by accident, you'd be like, holy shit, have you seen this? It's awesome. And then you start recommending it to everybody, and everybody will go see it. But what's happening in streaming is like every movie is basically what we used to in that time, type of day. You know what? I'm going to take these off because this is bothering me. Back in the day, there was made-for-TV movies or direct-to-video movies. And Netflix, not so much Hulu. Well, Hulu is, I think Hulu's catching up to Netflix, guys. Like, I think in terms of quality, Hulu, like, I have more confidence that I'm going to find something on Hulu that is not total dog shit. Whereas on Netflix, I'm like, you really have to search to find something that isn't a piece of crap. Amazon Prime as well. Like, Amazon Prime, there's a lot of shit on Amazon Prime. There's a lot of good stuff on it. You just gotta look for it. And most people don't like looking for it, and it gives you a bad vibe, because then maybe I should just start talking about the movies that I've been seeing on Netflix. All right, let me get the green shirt on. This has been disjointed. I'm still not 100%, guys. Like, I'm still like a little bit in a sour kind of mood. I'm not in the most upbeat spirit. There's still a lot of question marks. There's still a lot of uncertainty in what's going to happen to me in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. As I said, the doctor postponed his checkup to July 5th. So it's going to be a full month before a doctor sees what's going. It's like, shouldn't I be fully recovered by then? Like, what? So, like, I haven't seen a physical therapist. I know what, I have ChatGPT. I know what to do. I'm keeping busy. I am active. I'm getting up. I'm walking. But it just feels weird that for an entire month, I got rescheduled to meet up to see what the doctor thinks, how I'm doing. Like, I just feel like somebody should have looked at me by now. Anyways, let's put the green shirt on. Floating head time, and we're going to rip on all the shit movies, which, you know what? Not all of them were shit. All the crap I've seen on streaming services this week. I'm back. Testing 1, 2. All right. Oh, I don't have the green screen on this camera. Maybe I should just go back to the other. Where the hell's my mouse? I lost my mouse. God damn it. Here we are. Wow, this is a bad camera. This is a bad camera. I'm not really lit well, though. That's kind of nice. That's kind of atmospheric. Look at that. Been watching that movie Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater. That movie's awesome for so many different ways. About a kid starts a pirate radio station in his house, and he complains about life in high school that he goes to, and starts grabbing the attention of the students, and they start rebelling against the school and the strict policies of the school. And the feds get involved, and you try to track this kid down. Nobody knows who he is. It's basically, it's funny. It was made in 1989 for 1990. And it's basically like, man, it's mind-boggling to watch a movie that was made basically about a kid starting a podcast that isn't even reaching the entire freaking United States. It's just reaching the little community, the little town that he's from, and it's freaking people out. Some kid commits suicide in the school or something. I have to give it another rewatch. I want to give it a deep dive. I feel like that movie is a classic and an interesting moment in time, the early 90s, before high-speed internet, where it was unfathomable that a regular Joe, in his underwear, can broadcast a show from his living room or from his bedroom. Now that is happening every day, every moment of the world. Some kid is broadcasting. That's another thing I've been seeing on TikTok. A lot of TikTok live. I think they say they do it to gain followers, but a lot of times it's just like a person looking at you and responding to your chats or whatever. All right, let's not start. I have too many things to talk about, and then I get sidetracked, and I start going back on subjects that I forgot to mention when I was talking about TikTok. So first of all, let's add the chroma key filter. Ooh, that's not enough. That's not enough. Maybe it's because no. It's not exactly floating. It's just, It's because I have, no. Contrast, brightness. Why did I touch this? Can I cancel this? Gamma. Whatever. You know what? I'm going to go back to the other side, but I need this mic stand so that I can use both hands. So I'm going to take this mic. Excuse me a minute while I check the YouTube stream, just to make sure I'm not. Am I still talking okay? I guess I am still talking okay. Okay. Never mind that. Yeah, I'm going to go to the other side. We're still streaming okay. Actually, I'm an idiot. I am an idiota. I can just do this. And this is what I've done before. There I am. Look close so you get a clear picture. All right, let's... Oh, but then I'm not against the green background. Look how weird this is. Huh? Look how weird this is. What other podcast do you listen to where this would be the case? Follow me on TikTok, please. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going back there. That's more like it. Welcome to Floating Head segment, where I analyze things on my desktop with my head floating above it instead of two separate shots. Okay, so how are we going to do this? The first movie that I saw on Netflix that kind of was a real stinker, guys. I saw the movie Mother of the Bride with Brooke Shields and Miranda Cosgrove. For those of you who don't know, that's iCarly. Let's move the interstate over here. Floating head over here.
Safari. There it is. Here it is. This movie sucked big time. It was not funny. I hate shitting on movies because it's like I knew what I wasn't expecting much. I just thought, okay, let's just watch like a silly romantic comedy about a mother who goes to her daughter's wedding, and surprise, surprise, this high concept thing that took over Hollywood in the mid 80s, the 80s to 90s. Surprise, surprise, the husband's father happens to be a guy she dated in medical school. And it's funny, it's like she was like an esteemed doctor or researcher. And it's like so unbelievable because you couldn't imagine how dumb this woman was. I'm not really giving a great, because I'm focusing on how I'm going to show this. I did not prepare to talk about this movie. It's funny, when I was watching it, I had so many things to say. And now that I'm here, face to face, live as fucking hell. Let's, what is my chroma key? Okay. I have nothing to say. Basically, just skip it, guys. I thought it was going to be, you know why I liked it? Because if you look at the artwork, you look at the poster, I like the days of judging a movie based on its poster. So let's look at the poster. A poster says a lot about a movie. Why does it want me to watch the movie? No, because this is directly from the... All right, let's just look at the poster. Visit. I hate that everything on Google is now right-centric. Like when you Google image, like, let's say, try to space this out so you guys see what it... I hate that everything is right-centric now. Like when I click on an image on Google to expand, why is it expanding it on my right? And same thing with YouTube right now. If you go to YouTube, you click on a video and all the information is now on the right side. Do you see this? Do you see the description is on the right? So if you needed to, let's go to one of my videos or whatever. Here's Timcast Live, right? Like the chat is on the right now instead of right under it. Right under it now are the suggested. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Sometimes I feel decisions like this are made because the people working for these companies, there's nothing left for them to do. Like the system already works. The network already works. All you need is maintenance. Keep the fucker alive. Keep it going. Keep it running smooth. But yeah, okay, here we are. Mother of the Bride. So you look at the previews and you're like, oh, this is a fun movie. Look at the setting. I remember enjoying movies with this type of setting before. Even recently, that one with Sydney Sweeney and the guy from Top Gun. Jared Powell or whatever his name, Greg Powell. Which I started watching that movie Hitman, which he's in. Which, it's like watching a movie on Netflix. It's like halfway through the movie, if you're if you're walking the tightrope of whether this movie is good or bad, that's not a good movie. That's not a good movie. A good movie, by the time you're halfway watching it, you're like, damn it, this movie is fucking awesome, and I don't want it to end. I want it to be longer. I want whatever I'm feeling now watching this movie to last longer than it needs to. I want these characters to live and breathe and be a part of the next 2 hours of my life. And I want the conclusion to be something important, or interesting. I want to learn something. I want to be questioned. Well, suffice it to say, this movie, I was not questioned. I was not challenged in any way. And it's funny because the trailer looks kind of good. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way it was shot. The location, I think it was Thailand. It's just stupid. It's just Brooke Shields' performance. It's like she's so neurotic. Benjamin Bratt, I don't even know why. I think Benjamin Bratt did this movie. Benjamin Bratt did this movie to prove to people that he's still a hot older guy and he could take his shirt off. Like, props to you, bro. Benjamin Bratt, I don't know how old you are. I guess I could find out by clicking on your IMDb that I'm on right now. God damn it, is he even... Benjamin Bratt. Why don't we just have ChatGPT? Even IMDb, 63. So, bro, he is 61 years old. Well, he's going to turn 61 this year. So he's 60, right? Where's my fucking phone? Or let's ask, where's Siri on this damn computer? There's no Siri on this fucking computer? How old is Benjamin Bratt? Yeah, he's 60. Okay. My math was okay. Sometimes I question my own math, especially when you're on fucking live streaming brain here. So, God bless you, bro. Bro, if I was as confident as this man was as coming out of a shower in glorious fucking 4K or whatever they filmed this movie in, and was as athletic and as good looking and is in good a shape, I would be... I won the lottery. You won the lottery. But it really wasn't a challenging role from him. He's just like the hunk that Brooke Shields had a relationship with in medical school. And now her hot daughter is about to get married to his hot son. Like, it was just superficial. And I hate talking about this because, you know what? Let's see what other things this director's done. You know, it just felt like they took a vacation to Thailand. The whole thing was filmed in Thailand. What else did this guy direct? He hasn't directed much. Vampire Academy. 500 Days of Summer. Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. Okay, that was not a bad movie. I liked Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. I haven't seen House of Yes. That movie was tolerable. You know, it's all right, Matthew McConaughey. But same director. So it's not impossible. This guy, it's not impossible for this guy to make a good movie or a decent movie. You know, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. If you told me that concept was something that was streaming right now, you know, I'd be interested in it just as, you know, killing some time movie, like entertained. But this one, it just missed it. And Miranda Cosgrove, I mean, I think she's a talented actress. I used to have a crush on her friend, that Rachel Harris lady. She was in The Hangover. She's been in some comedies. This is a beautiful setting. I feel like it was just an excuse for the cast of this movie they probably had a great time in Thailand, and the resort looked beautiful. The resort and the setting was beautiful. That's all I could say about that movie. And so that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth with Netflix. What did I see right after that? Oh, okay. I saw this movie called Upgraded. I was just, you know, when you're on medication and you're in pain you don't want anything too, I'm also having like kind of depressing thoughts of uncertainty and, you know, late at night, you're alone, your leg hurts, you're not sure when you're going to get back on the horse, you feel like you're falling behind. My goal was to see lighthearted shit. I'm not gonna. Definitely wasn't in the mood to see anything dark or dramatic or even scary or frightening, and nothing. A weird thing watching TV the first 3 or 4 days after my surgery, watching images of people playing sports or dancing made me feel uneasy, like scared. I was like, "Oh, don't do that. Like, I can't do that. Like, no, I can't run. I can't." Like people doing athletic things when you're incapacitated and, bedborne, bedridden. You can't twist your ankle. I can't bend down to my toes, like I'm in pain. I can't walk very efficiently. I can't twist. I can't reach for something, reaching for the remote, reaching for a glass of water. It was painful. And so watching people do pain, it's not painful for them, obviously, but watching people do things that I couldn't do made me feel very strange, like afraid, like don't do that. Like I watched a lot of Marlins games with my parents as well, and I was watching like athleticism was only for like the first 3 days, 3-4 days. After that, I could watch people, getting their legs chopped off or whatever. It's fine. It didn't bother me. But it was a weird, it was something that I remember having. I didn't like watching people swing a golf club, swing a baseball bat, dancing. A lot of dancing videos were kind of triggering. Because I'm like, holy shit, I can't do what that person's doing. I can't even dance badly. Fuck dance good. I can't dance. So I saw another romantic comedy, and the next one that I saw, let's just keep it on IMDb, shall we? It was called Upgraded. I'll say, is it dead? Is the romantic comedy, or is the lighthearted comedy dead? And then I saw Upgraded, which is now, I switched to Amazon Prime. You see what I did there? I was like, okay, after Mother of the Bride, which, by the way, I think when I saw Mother of the Bride as an option on Netflix, it was like within the top 10 movies on Netflix. So I'm like, well, somebody's watching this. There was a buzz about it. Somebody's watching it. Why not give it a shot, right? No. So I said, okay, fuck Netflix, I said. Let's watch Amazon Prime. And this movie stuck out to me. Upgraded. Now, this actress, her name is Camila Mendez, and I guess she's popular because she was in that TV show that was based on the Archie comics called Riverdale. Is that correct? And I saw that Marissa Tomei was in it. Marissa Tomei, which I like as an actress. She generally chooses movies that I enjoy. And so I'm starting to develop my theory of how to pick streaming. I was like, maybe we need to go with the actors in it. I don't think Marissa Tomei would agree to be in a piece of shit movie. Right? Even if this is centrally about this beautiful young woman who is working for an art gallery. I think she's an assistant, or she's climbing the ladder. Marissa Tomei plays the head of the gallery. Let's see if I can. Okay, trying to display this. Maybe I should have a box up here though, so you could see my. Follow me on TikTok, everybody. Follow me on TikTok, and if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok, or else the world is gonna pass you by. All right. This romantic comedy, I feel like they're using that term now for any movie that has like a clean, pretty girl who is about to get in a quirky little romance with someone. Romantic comedies, sometimes they're just romantic and sometimes they're just comedies. They don't have to be both, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. And another thing about this comedy. So as soon as I decide, by the way, I had no idea Andrew Schultz was in this damn movie. But it was a pleasant surprise because I hit play and the first guy on frame is Andrew Schultz talking to his wife on why her little sister is still shacking up with them in their New York one-bedroom apartment. So this is like, and I like the concept of upgraded because the description said she's upgraded to first class on a work trip. Okay. I can get behind that. I like, and I think it's ever since I've been in the rideshare game, I like watching first class content. I like watching reviews, hotel reviews. It's fun for me to watch hotel reviews. And first class airports and, sometimes just looking at that scenery shot well on good cameras instead of just like YouTube cameras and, vloggers doing it would be a nice change of pace, right? So I'm like, all right, let's watch this silly comedy about this girl who gets upgraded to first class and then something magical happens and cool. And then Schultze is there. It's weird because like I listen to so many podcasts with this guy and he has not mentioned this movie one bit. I mean, he's barely in it. He's just a secondary character. He has some funny bits in it. You could tell, like, I think the director was smart and he gave Andrew Schultz he probably gave him some leeway. There was a scene there where I thought like, oh, that's something Andrew Schultz would have said. Like, I don't think he got a writing credit or anything, but he's like, yeah, just make fun of her little sister for, being a loser, shacking up with you. And, it was fun. And it was well acted, but this movie basically cleansed the palate of Mother of the Bride for me. The way I could describe this movie, if you like the movie The Devil Wears Prada, Marissa Tomei kind of plays a Miranda Priestley type character, made famous by Meryl Streep, kind of like the New York, CEO, top of her game, the head of the company, and she's got a little gaggle of assistants helping her, and she's the central character is the lowest one on the totem pole. And there's two other assistants that kind of make fun of her and bully her and blah blah. So she meets this guy while she's upgraded to first class. This is a good-looking British guy. And they kind of hit it off, but she kind of leads this guy to believe that she's living up there in first class in that world. So she kind of lies about what her place is in the art gallery that she works for. And the trip, they're there to sell some prestigious art collection. And, well, not to spoil it or anything, but clearly the guy she met on the plane, her mother is the one that's selling the art collection, so she's kind of has an in on the whole transaction. And it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. And I don't know if I enjoyed it because I was on oxycodone or it was just a tolerable movie that was enjoyable to watch. I recommend this movie. If you're into the art world, as I am, I went to art school, so I kind of am familiar with the snobbery of this world. This is what happens when Art Basel comes down to Miami, every year. These types of people descend. So upgraded. I don't have a scale or anything. The girl from Riverdale is a good actress. Maybe my scale should be the susso-meter. Let's see, now that I have the what the hell? I give this movie 3 susses. Let's see. Sorry, this is dead air. Figuring something out. What the hell? All right, there it is. Hey, what do you know? Susso-meter. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Command. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. What the fuck is it? See? There we go. So but maybe the susso-meter should be my movie grade also. So upgraded. It's not a classic, It's kind of sus. It's kind of sus. It's kind of sus, and it's heading into the super sus. Like, it's tolerable, but it is not super sus. It's kind of sus. Mother of the Bride. I don't know. It's probably like here. It's not cool. Maybe cool should be like, what should cool be if I was criticizing a movie and if it was just cool? I don't know. I'll figure this out later. I'm thinking out loud. All right. So kind of sus. Upgraded was kind of sus. You're good. You could watch this and not feel like you wasted an hour and a half, 2 hours of your time. Make some popcorn, sit down with your girlfriend, your wife, your kids. I mean, I don't think there was nothing lewd or it was good, clean fun. Good, clean fun. And an interesting, I'll say this about it, an interesting thing to make a movie on. It's kind of like a Devil Wears Prada meets what? Let's see, who directed this? Carlson Young. Okay, it was directed by a woman director. Hey, and she's very good looking now. She's very good looking. I give Carlson Young super sus, bro. Very talented. Very, very, very talented. Carlson Young, congratulations. What other things she's beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. I'm noticing a lot of actresses are becoming directors. Look at that. Good for her. Brilliant young woman director. I was going to say, coming off of Mother of the Bride, watching this movie, like I was like, oh, this is made like a good movie. This is actually directed well. Like I don't feel like I'm watching a made-for-TV movie. I feel like this would have been, if this was still the 90s and the aughts, this would have been a movie that people went to the theaters and saw. Of course, we know that doesn't happen anymore. So, should I? How should I do this? Should I? Okay. Yeah. Nothing bad to say about the way this movie was directed or written. It was written pretty efficiently. Let's see. What did she do? Blazing World. Did not see that. Peel, Catch and Release. Blazing World, a short. Okay, so maybe she made a short. She's an actress. What has she been in? I hate. Why is IMDb so fucking confusing to navigate all of a sudden? American actress and filmmaker, born in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay. Known for Blazing World. I don't know about this movie. Maybe this is, see now, like, maybe this is worth checking out. This movie, Blazing World. Because I know that she's a capable director. You could tell the composition, just in the trailer. You could tell the composition of the shots. Things like that. That this is a filmmaker. These are people that studied making films. They have interesting perspectives. But Mother of the Bride, man, I don't know. All right. So Upgraded. I recommend Upgraded. It's on Amazon Prime, and why, when I'm on live stream, am I retarded at navigating goddamn? I don't understand this. This used to never happen to me when I was a normal person. Okay. Upgraded. Yeah. Good. Everything is so. How has the internet gotten worse? And why is the ad so fucking big on IMDb? It sucks. What is this? Amazon ads. American Navy. The world's coming to an end, guys. Nothing works anymore. Things are getting worse. Okay, what did I see after Upgraded? Sorry, this is a grueling live stream to get to, I know my fan base is usually used to my videos being up to an hour long, and they're edited, so there's not a moment of dead air. It's just me, whatever I decide to clip and talk about in my car throughout a shift. And when I edit it, so that there's no dead time or, most of the time. All right, what did I see after this? Let's check out what was my So that left a good taste in my mouth. Upgraded. I'm like, okay, cool. I picked a good one. So the next day, I watched. What's the next one I watched? Oh, yeah. This one was great. I'd say this one was probably the best one I saw. And I almost wasn't. See, here's the thing that Netflix needs to kind of quality control their you can't. Mother of the Bride was kind of a. I don't know. I don't know how powerful she is. Now, Brooke Shields she's an icon of Hollywood in the modeling world, and I remember when I was a little boy, the controversial movie she was in, something The Blue Lagoon. Remember how weird that movie was? Maybe I should ask ChatGPT what was up with that movie. I don't know if she was underage when they filmed that movie. It was from the 70s. But Brooke Shields, I guess, was a producer on that movie. And I don't know, man. Maybe Netflix is saying yes to too many projects that maybe there wasn't this problem before, because I guess in the 90s and aughts, if you had a movie where you could sell something, even if it was a made-for-TV movie, okay, you put it in a made-for-TV movie. You could sell ads and show it on a fucking Sunday afternoon on daytime television. And, you know, it's not a great movie, but if you're in the mood for that kind of content, there was an avenue for that movie. Direct-to-home video. You know, Blockbuster. It was like made for video. You know, things that did not have a theatrical release. So you kind of knew what you were getting yourself into when you rented these movies. You're like, okay, this is probably not going to be as good as a regular released movie. But it could be interesting. Especially if it's like a niche topic or something. You know, like back in the day, you know, The Lion King and in the Disney Renaissance period where, you know, Lion King, Little Mermaid, Lion King, Aladdin, Rescuers. Why am I blanking on Disney films? Aladdin, Lion King. They all had sequels, you know? What was it, like Return of Jafar? We knew that Return of Jafar wasn't going to be as good as Aladdin. But we knew what we were getting ourselves into. It's like, okay, it's another story. Hey, the voice of Robin Williams is there. You know, it might be funny, but we knew it wasn't a premier piece of content. My mom's calling me. Hello? Okay, where is it? Okay, you can come pick me up. I'm wrapping up. 15 minutes? Okay, no problem. Okay, bye. My mom's picking me up. So I got to wrap this up, man. I'm sorry this was a long-winded and kind of all out there podcast, but bottom line is I'm okay. God damn it, I want to talk about the next movie. You know what? I'll go on stream to be continued. Well, you know, the thumbnails are there, so you know which movies I'm going to talk about next. But I got to go. I got 15 minutes. I mean, I could talk about it. All right, fuck it. The next movie that I saw on Netflix, because I started this. So when you have a shitty movie and you already had a bad taste in your mouth for a romantic comedy type movie, the next movie I saw is the latest one with Anne Hathaway. It was called The Idea of You. And I almost didn't pick this one because it like reminded me of like, well, this would be in the vein of that type of movie that I just saw that I didn't like. The Mother of the Bride. But I gave it a shot because I'm like, okay, well, Anne Hathaway, here we go, star power. I'm like, Anne Hathaway is still pretty much A-list. You know, since Princess Diaries, she's pretty much been Hollywood royalty. She's a great actress. I remember her defining role to kind of get away from that Disney princess kind of childhood actress thing was Rachel Getting Married, which was kind of an indie film back in the day that she had short hair and I don't know, she proved herself that she wasn't just you know, some youthful doe-eyed actress that was for teenagers, you know? So this movie, I had seen the trailer and I kind of thought, okay, kind of the same thing. Like, this is almost like, hey, you know, Anne Hathaway, she's pushing 40, but she could still date a hot guy, a hot young guy. Like, she's still Anne Hathaway. She's still hot. So I thought it was kind of, I almost went into this thinking like, this is like an Anne Hathaway vanity project, you know, where maybe the script isn't going to be that good and it's just this movie is made just to showcase to Hollywood that, hey, Anne Hathaway is still hot and you should still consider her for your next blockbuster movie. So she's going to do this little rom-com of hooking up with like a 23-year-old to prove that she still got it. And hot young men still thinks she's hot because she still is hot. So in my twisted, you know, kind of chauvinist mentality, sus mentality, that's how I saw it. So I gave it a shot, and I will let you know that this movie was really fucking good. It premiered in South by Southwest, and there was like an emotional reaction to Anne Hathaway. I YouTubed it afterwards. She got emotional because the audience had a strong response to it. Basically, the gist of this movie is Anne Hathaway's a divorcee, and she's picking up her 16-year-old daughter who's at her dad's house, the guy who dumped her. It's directed by Michael Showalter, who's a good director and a good writer. So I was kind of like, oh, it's directed by Michael Showalter. Like, okay, this isn't going to be some crappy movie. And I was very pleasantly surprised on how this was filmed. So she's dropping off her daughter so her dad can take her to Coachella, but, you know, the twist is something happens and, you know, her dad can't take them. So Anne Hathaway has to take her and her friends to Coachella. So I'm like, okay. But it was filmed in a very realistic way. It wasn't like kind of bubblegummy. And what happens is she's at Coachella. She gets invited. You know, they're in the VIP section and whatever. And she has to use the bathroom. And they're there to see this boy band that's kind of on the downhill of their career as far as like there were like think of an NSYNC or a Backstreet Boys, popular for 6th and 7th graders, but kind of like their audience is growing older and her daughter is kind of over them, but hey, you know, they had an opportunity. They're playing they're a mega band, but you know, her daughter's kind of over them. So she meets one of the members of the boy band, mistakenly, because she thinks his trailer is a bathroom, and the kid kind of is taken aback by her, and craziness ensues. It's a very well-directed, very nuanced approach to the subject matter. It kept me engaged. I was like, holy shit, is the mom gonna hook up with the Coachella band? And I thought, oh, this is gonna turn into like maybe a daughter drama, a daughter-mother drama. Like, oh my God, how embarrassing, Mom. You're dating the guy from frickin' August Moon was the name of the band.
Yeah, I'm in the band. We're performing on the main stage.
August Moon?
Yeah.
There's the scene where they meet. So the kid falls in love with, but the characters were not two-dimensional. Like when this kid goes and meets the mother again, 'cause she owns an art gallery in Silver Lake. It's a very LA movie too.
We met in Coachella.
He goes and sees her, and she's a professional woman.
Why don't we start in the back?
But the kid's interested in her, wants to spend time with her, and they develop a little relationship here. And it's also kind of in the art world too, which is very similar to Upgraded.
Feel when you look at it.
The conversations and the dialogue they have is good. It was good. It was well written. It was well written. It was well produced. It was well filmed.
Yeah.
This is a good movie by anybody's stretch of the imagination. It's got a 6.4 on IMDb. I think that's low. I think this should be above a 7.4. I think this was a hidden little indie gem. All right, I can't talk more about it because my mother's about to pick me up and take me back to her house where I'm being taken care of. I'm also hungry, and my ass is hurting. I've not taken a Tylenol or anything all day, so I must go. The last movie I saw was an old movie, old comedy,
Did I not warn you? People hate happy
starring
with
one
it.
of the guys from no, not Hitman, from Adam Devine from It's Always Sunny, right? This movie I saw yesterday with my mom and my sister on Father's Day. This movie was hilarious. This movie was hilarious, and it was well made, and it was not serious at all. It's quirky. You throw all believability out the window. But again, it's star power. You think Pierce Brosnan is going to be in a piece of shit movie? I don't think so, bro. I think the bigger the star, that's all I'll leave you. The bigger the star in this world, especially if they were a star 20 years ago, the better agency they have, the better managers they have. They're not going to let them do piece of shit streaming movies. They're going to do streaming movies, but they're not going to let bad scripts get past them. This movie was hilarious. I was laughing with my mom and my sister the entire time. Nina Dobrev plays the guy's fiance. They're about to get married. He hasn't met his parents. The parents are Pierce Brosnan and Ellen Barkin, and he's a bank manager. And then the bank gets robbed, and he suspects that it's her parents that did it. And there were some clues, and it's just funny. The whole way that they got into the vault and everything was funny. The characters, Richard Kind, who's in Curb Your Enthusiasm, plays a character. Nina Dobrev is beautiful, right? For her age. She was in Vampire Diaries. Married, or no, not married, but she's had a relationship with Sean King, the snowboarder. Beautiful woman. I found this movie to be hilarious. The bank manager of the rival bank is the girl who played the Missy character in that David Spade movie, the Wrong Missy, and she's hilarious. That movie was also hilarious. You want to see a funny movie where you could just check your mind in at the door and just laugh? Go see The Wrong Missy and The Outlaws. And there was this scene here with the truck, the armored truck getaway, and there's some really intense stunts in this movie. This is not a piece of shit movie. Pierce Brosnan was good. Adam Devine, I don't think has been better. Like, he's good in this movie. I recommend this. Came out last year, but I never saw it because what was I doing last year, July 7th? I don't know. You could check it out on one of my vlogs. I was probably stressed out and working every day and Ubering every night. Trying to pay off I was probably doing UberX at that time last year. Anyways, The Outlaws was good, but the idea of you and the Outlaws, they get so there are good things on Netflix. You just got to know how to pick them, and I think that is what's difficult in today's streaming world. Is there is good stuff out there, but it's surrounded with so much shit that you got to be like an archaeologist and like scroll through dozens of fucking digital JPEGs of shit to get to something that's halfway decent. And maybe there is an opportunity in social for this. Like maybe I know they do movie reviews, but boy, there's no telling what's a stinker and what isn't these days, unless you trust the people. I think maybe that's why the Red Letter Media guys have become popular, because they kind of do movie reviews, and if you like their taste, you're not going to be dissuaded by them. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm sorry I didn't do chats. I'll read them later, and I'll answer them in the comments. But thanks for joining me. I'm signing off. Thanks to everybody who commented while I was in surgery and in the recovery process, which I'm still in, and wish me good luck and a speedy recovery. I'm doing better. I'll be all right, and hopefully maybe I can live stream again soon before I get back on the horse. Remember to follow my TikTok, everybody. Follow my TikTok, please. I'll put the link in the description. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Take care.